Good morning, sir. I'm going to give you a quick general overview of your 2500 before we get it sent out to you in Wisconsin. First thing I like to point out is the mirrors themselves. They are retractable, they come in and out, and then they fold in as well. There's also a light control switch on the inside of the cab that allows you to turn on the LED so that you can view down the side of the truck. As we go around the truck here, you notice it has 20-inch wheels down there at the bottom. And then you have the chrome running boards, just so we're on the right truck. When you come around the back of the truck, probably the most important feature back here will be the easy up steps, the sensors on the back bumper here, which will allow you to use the backup camera and those as well to essentially will alert you to anything behind you. The rear camera is located here, and then the locking tailgate. The locking tailgate actually works with the key fob as well, Shiloh, so you'll be able to, when you lock the truck, it'll lock the tailgate. If you unlock the truck, it'll unlock it as well. You have your 4 and 7 pin hookups here, top and upper and lower. You have your hitch receiver, and then there will also be an insert inside the cabin for you. So now we're going to hop in the cabin and we'll go over all the fancy equipment for you. To kind of begin the interior of the cabin here, Shiloh, over here on the left-hand side, I'll kind of scoot back. You have your integrated trailer braking, and then you have your 4-wheel drive on the fly. What this will allow you to do, sorry about that, give me one moment.
OnStar's high-speed 4G connection.
So you have your 4-wheel drive on the fly. You can go from 2 high to 4 high, up to 45 miles an hour. To go into 4 low, you need to be essentially stopped. You have your automatic light controls here. If you press in on the button there, you'll turn on your fog lights. And then you control your dash intensity light there. Down here on the door, you have your child safety locks, your window controls, your lock and your unlock, and then your mirror controls. Coming up onto the steering wheel, on the left-hand side, we have all of your cruise controls. On the right-hand side, we have all of your hands-free calling to make and receive a call or to hang up a phone call. The 4 arrows here control the driver information center here in the middle, so you can scroll through all your info, audio, phone, navigation, and then all your vehicle options as well. On the shifter here, you do have your plus and minus for the manual mode. One advantage of that would be if you're going up and down hills, you're able to shift manually and not use the brakes as often as you normally would. You have the tow haul mode here on the end of the shifter. What that allows you to do is when you are towing a large capacity, you can put that in and it's going to change your transmission points, and that's going to allow you to be easier on the brakes and get better fuel economy for the vehicle, as well as being easier on the transmission. On the left hand side, you do have your blinker and then all your windshield wiper controls. Moving over to the center console here, you have the 8-inch MyLink system. This is essentially the center console for the vehicle. Under the audio button, pressing on that, you can go through AM, FM, XM, USB, auxiliary, or Bluetooth. One of the nice options there is you can switch through USB, auxiliary, or Bluetooth by hitting the media button. If your phone is paired up with it, you can switch over to that, or if you're connected through one of the USB ports here in the center console. And I'll go over that here in just a moment as well. But going back to the MyLink system, under the audio, the radio goes through AM, FM, XM, media goes through USB, Bluetooth, auxiliary, or Bluetooth. Excuse me, repeating myself, sorry. You can scroll through the bottom here and you can have all of your favorites. You also have the tune button. What this will allow you to do is just manually type in the radio station that you'd like to search for. With the favorites shown, you can also go through the settings tab, radio, number of favorites shown, change that to 10, so then that way when you're back at the radio tab, you can scroll through the bottom and have more than 5 options. You can also scan through tuning there or browse through radio stations here, going through all the radio stations that are available in your area. When there's the menu button, you can change all of your tone settings. The auto volume for the speed control is there as well. Going back to the home button, under the phone tab, you can pair with your phone, so you can have all your hands-free calling, your Bluetooth, as well as text messaging can be read to you. To pair your phone, just click pair device, and then on your phone, go to Bluetooth settings, turn on, and search for Chevrolet MyLink. Once you see that, click on that, and it'll automatically pair up, and all your contacts will be downloaded. Going through the projection screen, this will allow you to essentially project your phone screen up onto the MyLink system using a data cable. You'll be plugged in via USB, and depending on if you have Apple or Android, you use Android Auto or Apple CarPlay, and in that way you're able to essentially access all of your phone functions through the MyLink system. Navigation as well, with the True Navigation system, you can type in an address and you can essentially locate anywhere you'd like to go, and directions will be sent en route to the vehicle. Going through the settings goes through all, so essentially you can go through all of your vehicle settings, language, time, date, radio, valet mode. You can place the truck in valet mode so nothing can be changed as far as settings unless somebody enters a 4-digit PIN. Going through, you can also check out the weather, seeing what the weather's like in your area. If you have entered a destination into your navigation system, you are also able to see the weather along your route at that point in time. When you go next to your text messages, you can actually scroll through all of your text messages and send new ones as long as you're connected via USB with the Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. Going next here, you can also have your OnStar button and then your traffic report, which shows you the traffic in your general area. When you go up to the top, you can use OnStar here, or you can use OnStar here on the rearview mirror to access the hands-free calling or navigation as well through that way. Coming lower on the dash here, you have your climate control for both sides. They are dual climate control. They can be, right now they're sunk up. By hitting the sync button, that light is lit, and that way they'll stay at the same temperature no matter what you do for each side. If you want to have independent, you just hit audio and it'll switch out of the sync and you'll be able to control each side independently. You have your AC, recirculate, you have all of your air direction flow controls, and then you have your fan speed. Pressing in on that will just turn the fan on or off depending on what you prefer, and shutting the AC button off there. Down here you have your pedal adjusts. What this allows you to do is adjust the brake and the gas pedal to be exactly where you would like them to be in a comfortable driver's position. Traction control, I'm sure you're fairly familiar with traction control. If you'd like me to go in more depth, just call me and let me know. You have the rear cargo lighting. This will turn on the high center brake light in the back of the bed so you can shine the light down into the bed of the truck when it's dark at night. The park assist you can shut off. Essentially what that shuts off is those sensors I pointed out in the back of the truck. They will, if you're towing something, you're going to want to shut those off, so then that way the sensors aren't going off while the trailer's behind you. Then you have your hill descent control, which once again kind of helps out when driving and towing through the mountains, giving you a little bit easier transmission shifts, better on the brakes. You have storage here, then you have a 12 volt, and then you have a 110 volt outlet down here, which I know it's kind of hard to see, but you're able to see the 3-pronged outlet. Kind of nice to have that feature on the truck. Gives you a little bit more versatility with the vehicle. Coming back to the center console here, opening up, you do have the 2 USBs, an auxiliary, as well as another 12 volt for a power point. You'll notice these canals here. These allow you to run your cord through your data cable cord through there and close that without having it get smashed and damaged through the process. When you open up to the lower part here, you do have lockable storage underneath. Using just your ignition key, the lock is there, and that way if you have any sensitive material or anything along those lines, you're able to lock it up and keep it safe. You have your 2-level glove box here. And there's that insert that I was talking to you about outside, as well as the USB port here. So plenty of places to charge the phone and give you the access to the ability to access the phone via the vehicle. Coming up here to the center console, or sorry, the top of the roof, you have your HomeLink system, which these buttons, you'll press and hold one, and then you also hold your garage door opener, and this will allow you to pair the vehicle up with your home garage door. You have your rear sliding window here, and then you have your light controls for the cabin here, if you like it set to door, off, or on. Sunglasses holder up top here. And then I'm going to come back one moment here to this center console. So with this USB port in here, if you plug in the data cable here for your phone, and like I said, you can close that without smashing it, and you connect your phone via data cable through one of those 2 USB ports, that'll allow you to project your phone screen up onto the MyLink system. But I will walk you through that on it with a phone call when you do get the vehicle delivered to you. Shiloh, thank you very much. Any other questions, please let me know. I'm here to help. Have a great day.